it's like 650,000 for all your permits. I'm pretty sure something like some stupid number.
I believe
But that's to have over 100 plants though.
All right. So our next, what do you guys think? Diesel, gas, or electric for our future?
Obviously electric for the future.
Yeah.
Electric's already here. It's not going away.
Okay, the Teslas, man. Go back to Teslas. Okay, those the P1000 to P1100 to the Roadster to they're all phenomenal cars.
You guys are just going right into the yeah, I was gonna say you guys are just going right into the electric. You guys,
well, you said
you have
for
no
the
faith
future.
in diesel.
You should ask for now.
But you don't have no faith in diesel for the future?
Well, I have faith in gas and diesel, but how much longer is our natural resources going to last?
Yep. With how much?
So for the future,
with how
electric's obviously because we can generate as much as we need.
So in what we do right now, as our jobs, how much we build. Think about that, and then housing turn and develop, and then across the United States as a whole. We're one crew in what we do in a year. Thousands upon thousands of crews and workers. What we do to the to United States, like as in developing, taking over more farmland, cutting down more trees. I don't try to sound like a fucking eco warrior or whatever.
Eco warrior
or whatever they're called. But it's a real thing.
Well, no, that's important though, because that's going to directly affect us in the future.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't buy into global warming all the way, because I don't think that we have made as much of a difference as what they want us to believe.
They scientifically
but we do know the Earth has changed climate throughout the past, and so, hello, we know we've gone through an ice age. So maybe we're still warming since then.
Multiple times, not just once, multiple times. Earth has gone through. They proved it.
Plus, there's also Pangea that most scientists
believe
in.
I don't think
which
we're
was
gonna
one supercontinent. Yeah. They all started spreading.
I don't think we're gonna do very good in the next ice age.
Maybe the scientists were like on so much peyote and like weed back in the day.
Or maybe we need to have some of that for the next podcast, and then we can answer these questions.
Yeah.
I don't think
not peyote, but maybe shrooms.
I don't think.
He scratches his beard.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We can get some.
I think global warming is true and all, but
I think it's true to an extent.
I don't
but
think
here's the next thing.
They understand exactly, and I don't think that you can just point the finger at anyone for like global warming and say, "Hey, it's your guys' fault because you guys use gas and diesel and all this shit."
Well,
because you haven't been here. Humans haven't been here long enough to go through a fucking ice age and an Earth cycle to where it does cleanse itself through an ice age. Because, sorry guys, probably wouldn't be here if humans went through an ice age. I mean, maybe a couple of us might survive, but I don't know, man.
Unlikely.
As much as they perceive an ice age to sound, I don't think much is going to survive an ice age.
The only thing that's surviving is shit that's under the ice already.
Yeah, like bacteria and
microbes and
and
little
insects and
cockroaches.
Shit. Yeah. Back on topic though.
And sperm cells. Don't forget that. They always survive.
What do you guys think about motorcycles?
I think it's sad that Harley's no longer a real thing.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think it's amazing that Indians getting back in the game.
Yeah, the new Indians look really nice.
Ever since they put out that Harley show on can't remember who aired that show, but it was like they only did like 3 or 4 parts to it, and they talked about how Harley Davidson started and who Harley was and who the other people were and how it all started, and pretty much Harley was taking all of Indian's parts, doing a tweak to it, and making their Harleys. Yeah. And then they didn't patent it. Indian found out, sued the fuck out of them in like the 30s, and Harley almost went out of... you gotta watch it. It's fucking crazy. They go through a crazy... Indian's the shit. Indian's the original motorcycle. Harley... Like you're Honda expensive, Shadows. Overpriced bullshit, in my opinion.
Nowadays, yeah.
Honda Shadows, though.
Dude, Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki. Dude, they're all making touring bikes, and they're way... Nah, dude, they all make touring bikes.
Yeah.
They all make touring bikes.
Or dirt bikes.
Yep.
I mean,
I used to work.
Everyone's better than Harley just because the product you get for Harley is not any better than the product you get from anywhere else, and it's 10 times the price.
I used to build electric wire harnesses for Harley, Kawasaki, all those motherfuckers throughout the United States. There's only like 3 plants in the United States that do it.
And now Harley's going to that big wheel, ugly looking fucking bike. Have you seen that thing?
No.
My God, it's hideous.
The only thing good about like riding bikes like the Indian and Harleys is comfortable. But
that's why I want one.
For me to pick a bike,
I would kill myself on a crotch rocket.
I think like 1150 Gigster.
I'd kill myself.
Going like 280 down the freeway.
Nope. 150 on the highway.
No,
it'd be over.
No, you go more like
you're a bug on the windshield.
Exactly.
You go way
no, that'd be a
150.
normal. I'd probably try and hit 200. You're right.
You could hit 250, 260.
I would try and hit 200 on my Gigster.
Guarantee you want that bike.
And that's where I would die because I'd be like, dude, I could go more.
There's so much power in that bike. It's not even gonna feel you're on it. It's gonna be floating.
Which is scary as fuck.
But the person you hit or the wall you hit, they're also not going to know you hit.
Yeah, well, you just got to make sure that you know what you're doing. If you go to...
How do you know what you're doing at 200? No one knows what they're doing at 200 unless you drag race every fucking weekend.
Well, then how are you trying to get that high then?
Exactly. You just got to do it on the highway, and if you die, you die.
You do it on the Autobahn.
There you go.
Yeah.
I ain't going to fucking Germany, though.
They got some.
So don't go
200
the thing
on
about
the no. Don't do it.
If you look,
it's a trap.
If you look on YouTube, on like terrible driving and stuff like that, it's mostly over there, Germany, Russia. Most videos are from there because they have terrible ass drivers. Yeah. Terrible.
But
they know
in Germany they don't have that speed limit on the Autobahn.
But also you say they're terrible drivers, but America's.
But maybe we only see the videos that are good, which
America
is only the
puts
drivers.
Everyone else's terrible drivers up on like a higher scale because America's drivers are terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Colorado's
really
drivers nowadays are terrible.
Yeah. America's drivers, you can compare them to anyone. We don't even know what passing on the right side means.
Not. All these drivers around Denver,
no one knows.
Aurora, they're not Colorado drivers.
If you were to pass somebody on the left side of the Autobahn, pretty sure you're gonna die. First of all, you have a suicide wish, and third of all, you're gonna get pulled over and put in jail because that is scary. And that's why America doesn't have an Autobahn, because people would try and do that.
Yeah, people.
They'd try and pass someone on the left because someone's going too slow.
And they're going 100 as it is.
Exactly. You have fucking Porsches going 180.
And let's say a fucking Kawasaki fucking crotch rocket flying up behind him, fucking going like 220, and he's just whoa.
And you're just switching lanes.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Switching lanes, switching lanes.
Okay, even a crash at 20 miles an hour is devastating if you think about it.
Yeah.
Depending on it, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, yes.
In this situation, think about this.
A helmet.
A truck, okay, just think about this situation. Okay, a brick wall. Alright, a person.
Normally you just twirl
and you would, no, just think, a brick wall and a person just hitting them at 20. Hitting them between a brick wall.
So you're talking about death. An immovable object.
Death. It's death.
Unstoppable force.
At 20?
At 20.
No, I don't believe it. At 20, you'd still survive.
With a truck?
Depends on where it hits you.
Say the
an immovable object. You're saying your bike hits something and stops, like you hit a bug on a windshield.
Yeah.
you're gonna still probably live.
Alright, well,
at 20.
At 20, you can survive.
Say if someone...
It's possible.
Say if
it's
someone...
Dude, you're gonna be fucked up.
Well,
you
it's
get
gonna
broken
hurt.
bones.
If your forehead gets direct
With the
impact
2.5 ton
first,
If anywhere on your spine hits and it, like, accordions, you're dead.
What about, like, a 2.5 ton truck?
That's just it. If you hit something that's moving towards you and just plows right through you, that's different. You're dead as fuck. If you're going 20 and a semi is coming 20 at you, first of all, the semi is not stopping.
No.
The semi is just coming right through you.
He's pushing you.
Yep.
He's pushing you.
First of all, you got to live through the semi driving over you.
Yeah.
Right.
Second of all,
because it takes about...
Hopefully he slams on the brake and just sends you forward.
Yeah,
hopefully you live.
Launches you.
Hopefully you live. Because the brakes in a semi-truck are fucking insane.
They can lock up real
I
quick.
did it today. Those things are insane.
What's next?
Okay, getting into you two. What's your worst mechanic experience?
Just from working on cars? Like,
Ever working on a car, what was your worst where you literally wanted to shoot yourself?
I got one for you.
I could do this, or I could shoot myself, and shooting myself would be easier.
I have one for you right now.
Alright.
Yeah,
Let them think.
Okay.
Let the mechanics think. They're pulling out fucking shit from like years ago.
Okay, so this was probably 4 years ago now. Okay. My uncle Daniel, his transmission went out in his Dodge. Alright, so he comes over to my dad's house, and I help him with the transmission. Because, you obviously need help with the transmission. Trying to put that in there, and even with the jack, you still need help. You still need help putting it in there.
Yeah.
Even if you can jack it in there.
Yep.
So, we take everything off, everything is stuck. All the bolts are stuck. We had to cut, I think 50% of the bolts out of that motherfucker, because they were just stuck. And we had to put new ones in. Well, first we had to completely cut them out and then put new ones in. And then we go to put the new transmission in, put the transmission up, put it in there, and I guess he forgot to put something back in the transmission. So after we get it all back in, put together,
the torque converter.
I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Remember the torque converter,
but we had to completely take it back apart again.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Fuck that.
We already put fluid back in it and everything.
Fuck that.
Dude, I was like, how could you forget that? I was like, I went inside to go eat, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to put this all back together so when you get back, we can just throw it in. And that's not how it went. Well, we just threw it in, but we had to take it back out and fix it.
But you didn't start it before that?
No, we caught it. He looked over, and he was like, oh, damn it. And, yep, I had to pull everything. So I think that might be going wrong with my car, but the only problem with my car and pulling the torque converter is I have a full cradle under my car, so you have to completely lift it off. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any whole plates you can take off.
That's a bummer.
So
my worst experience was a couple years ago, and I was working at a landscaping material yard, and they had like a semi that ran material back and forth to places and went and got our material. Motherfucker found out that I went to like a technical institute for working on cars and shit. So he was like, hey, you could probably figure this out. He brought literally a semi-truck, fucking massive transmission. And he expected me to pull out the old one and put in a new one. Sounds simple. It's not fucking simple.
The weight of that's probably like 350 pounds.
It's not. So we started pulling that thing out, and it's like using transmission jacks and chains, and because I know this thing weighs literally 1,000 fucking pounds.
You have to lift the fucking